It's the best fucking thing if they had Brants acting as VTOLs if you took part in that clusterfuck. I would like to see more vehicle mercenary units, but I mean, obviously, in Mechwarrior, the focus is on the mechs, so. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is difficulty 75. You love to see it. And they're giving us 340 tons to play with. We do have a little bit of rep to burn with Merrick, so I think we'll be okay. So of course, take mech salvage as you do. 37 picks is good. Depending on what we run into out here, we could be getting some good salvage.
Due to the weather, and your visibility on this mission will be compromised as well.
Thank you, Rihanna. Alright, we're definitely going heavier on this mission. How heavy is the question? What did we do with this? We basically just, we turned this into the default loadout. We do have the PPCX Awesome. I do like me some PPCX Awesome. The Pulse Master has been serving well so far. Let's see. Well, let's get some bread and butter in here. We'll go with a Thunderbolt. I'll throw in the Zeus. Let's get this T-Bolt over to the other bay. We could take a Crusader as well. I mean, I'm trying to up-ton here, and I'm not putting enough tonnage in, goddammit. I don't think I want to give this mech to the AI, because they're gonna get it blown up. I put in one Battle Master. We also have enough for second Battle Master. And we still have tonnage to play with. So we can drop the Thunderbolt and put in something a little heavier. I mean, maybe we do just go with a Marauder. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. We're still a little bit under-tonned, but that's a pretty heavy lance. Alright, so nobody really has any affinity. I mean, Antsy has some affinity for this Battle Master, so we'll probably keep them in for now. But let's have a look at our pilots. Let's see who's actually got affinities for these mechs. Nobody else is gonna have any familiarity with the Battle Master except for the Commander. Let's see, who is good with a Marauder? Not really anybody. I mean, Urs does have some affinity. We got a couple people with some affinity. Yeah, I do want to try to give everybody some screen time if we can. So let's see. We haven't put General Quarters in, so we'll put General Quarters in.
We're ready for orders.
I can't remember who we put in the Zeus. Oh, it was Northman that we put in the Zeus previously. Alright, so back in the Zeus you go, Northman. And since Jacob hasn't gotten any time since they got hired, I'll go ahead and put them in the Battle Master. So, don't disappoint me, Jacob. Don't disappoint me. That's a very expensive mech we're sending you out in. Alright. I think we're good. Let's make it hot, chat. But when I'm seeing this on difficulty 11 mission or difficulty 75 missions, that's when it tells me we need to find some more assault mechs. We need to hunt down some more assault mechs.
We'll need to cripple the infrastructure of the communication relay station in order to keep our transmissions secret. Better act fast, Commander.
dare to show a hunchback, a swayback of all things in my presence? How dare you? How dare you? That just happened to be one of my least favorite variants of the hunchback. I felt it was a personal insult.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
And fucking turret cartel out here doing turret cartel things.
Target received.
Yeah, we got a centurion, and what was the other thing? Oh, a blackjack. Of course it's a fucking blackjack. Autocannon now, butthole. I'm gonna let my people deal with you. I'm gonna go take care of your friend over here.
I just watched that one soul leave its body.
Get disarmed, nerd.
Target destroyed.
There we go. There we go. Oh, don't worry. I know you're over there. I know you're over there. Surprise, motherfucker.
I do this all day.
I still don't know how I feel about this guy's voice.
Target destroyed.
I don't know how I feel about this guy's voice. I think it's funny, but at the same time, I don't know. Got sidewalk work by my apartment. I'm sorry to hear that, Megas. I suggest putting on headphones and turning up the stream. I'll do my best to drown out all the goofball shit.
Want to see me do it again?
Okay, Chet. He's starting to grow on me a little bit. He's starting to grow on me a little bit.
Focus engagement on Leech target. Target destroyed.
Just let us handle it from here.
Like, God, I can't remember his name now. The voice actor that does Crunk. That's who he reminds me of, doing that voice. I can never remember that guy's name. A Wolverine, eh? Soon to be rendered into the past tense. Tarkov leg meta. Patrick Warburton, yes.
By my big, growing kill count family.
Okay, alright. He's even going hard on the innuendo. I can dig it, Chad. I can dig it.
Neutralized. Hostile dropship above.
Good, bring your bullshit. I need some more salvage. What are you bringing me? Also, tell me this looks like oil and not water. It doesn't look like water. What do you got? You got a flea and a longbow. That's a hell of a combination to drop together.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Hey, guess what? I'm inside your minimum range, butthole. Guess what time it is? It's lose all your weapon system time, donkey. And now we get to see if I leg you or they core you first. Because I will absolutely be taking you home with me if they don't core you out first. Ow.
We are on your target, Commander. Tango down.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. It was an SRM-2. Wasting my damn time. Turret cartel? Yeah. No thank you. If the fleet has a C3 slave unit, the longbow had a master unit, that'd be a great combination. Yeah, if they deployed a lot further away. Well, don't forget, Scientific. We have 37 salvage picks on this mission, so... I mostly want it because it's a big, heavy mech, and I could take a big, heavy engine core out of it, too. Yeah, no, I understand the idea of dropping a longbow and some scout mechs, but like in Mechwarrior 5, because none of those tactics actually matter, it doesn't make a lot of sense in the context of the game. Like, it makes sense in the context of the setting. Motherfucker!
Tango down.
I swear. The guidance of Blake dictates that the C3I can wash away many design sins. The C3I is pretty damn good. I do like me some C3I. I don't know if C3 is even in the mod pack, but I would like some C3 units if it would improve the accuracy of these donkeys. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna get yours. You are gonna get yours. I'm very close to losing an arm, and that makes me not happy.
Focus engagement on these targets. Oh boy. Group activities.
Group activities. Oh my, it's a champion. Haven't seen one of those in a hot minute. I mean, not gonna be seeing it for long.
I'm the best. Oh wait, that's just me.
Objective down.
And hey look, it's another turret. Fuck that turret. Wait, I can't step on this turret? Alright, we'll shoot it instead. Constantly forget the champion exists as a mech. I do occasionally also forget about it, unless I'm constantly reminded of its existence. Like, nothing against the champion, it's just kind of a forgettable mech. And I lost my goddamn machine gun arms. Son of a bitch. Taking too much arm damage out here, chat. Too much fucking arm damage out here. And once again, we got turret cartel and vehicles everywhere. I'm just gonna send my people in. Actually, you know what? Take out that partisan. I don't like partisans. I don't like 5 AC2s. Take care of that shit, boys. Take care of my lightweights. Yeah, that's true, Urs. But I think that's kind of the whole point of Battletech, though. There are a few designs that are just really, really good at all of the things that they're meant to do. But then there are a lot of intermediate designs that do the same thing but not quite as well. And they're usually a good trade-off by either having good quirks or being cheaper. And again, I think that's part of the fun of the setting is like, yeah, everybody wants a Marauder. Everybody wants a battle master, everybody wants an atlas, but at the same time, not everybody can get access to those things, and so, you know, you have to make do. You make do with the Banshee because it's not a charger, it's not an atlas, but it's a good compromise between the two if you don't have either one. Marauders are easy to get at a certain point, but you know, in most BattleTech games, it takes you a little while. Like, you don't start with the Marauder, you have to get there. And so maybe you use some other mechs in the meantime, like, for example, a champion, on your way to the Marauder. Like, I think if you play any BattleTech game long enough, you'll have all the mechs that you want and all the equipment that you want. But there's a lot of, again, intermediate designs that will hold you over until you find the mechs that you actually want to be using. Scientific, I don't know if you watched the BTA campaign, but mentioning the Whitworth cuts me specifically very deeply. Alright, now we're getting out of here, Chad. Oh look, turret cartel. At it again. Putting turrets right in my exfiltration zone. So, for Scientific and anybody else that may be new to the channel and the community, if you have not watched the BTA campaign, I went into the campaign with a bias against Whitworths. I still don't like them. I think they're bad mechs. Well, they're not bad mechs, they're just not very good mechs. I've said before, they're too heavy, they're too slow, they don't have enough firepower. Pretty much the only thing they're good at is taking hits. However, we got stuck with 2 Whitworths at the beginning of our BTA campaign, and as much as I didn't like them, we still had to use them. We didn't have any options. We retooled those Whitworths, and to General Cora's point, they put in work. I went into the BTA campaign hating Whitworths to the point where I would never have used one by choice. And in fact, I even considered restarting that BTA campaign before I even went live with it. I considered restarting that campaign just to not use a Whitworth. But I stuck with it, and by the end of the campaign, I did have a little bit of respect for it. I still don't like the Whitworth, and I still think it is outclassed in almost every category. But, as I've said many times before, armies have to fight with the weapons they have, not the weapons they want. And you know what? We succeeded because of those Whitworths. They carried the company for a very, very long time until we were able to get proper mid-range brawlers. Correct. We use the mechs we have, not the mechs we want. Now, let's see. We are able to salvage not only the longbow, but the engine core with it, which is outstanding. So we're gonna take that. And sadly, we can't grab the Wolverine or the Centurion in addition to that. But that's okay. We can take this Centurion, which got cored out. I mean, chat, I feel like if we take the Hunchback 4 SP, like, yeah, we're gonna have to spend 1.6 million. Nah, we probably won't get that much in return. I'm trying to think of ways to min-max our financial return on this. But it's fine. It's fine. Alright, nothing else of note. We're grabbing 2 mechs, couple of medium lasers. not too bad, all things considered. Yeah, I don't know if we'll keep the longbow. I mostly wanted it for the engine core. Like, the longbow is good on the tabletop, and it's good in BTA. It's not so good in Mechwarrior 5 unless you're directly piloting it yourself. Like, historically, the AI doesn't do very well with long-range support mechs. Because no matter what you tell them to do, and no matter what AI package you give them, the AI still wants to try to stay close to you all the time. And so, the way I play, getting up close and personal, means that even if I tell this dude to hang back and shoot at stuff, he's still gonna be too close to the enemy, and it's gonna be completely useless. Like, the only way the LRM boats work in Mechwarrior 5 is if you pilot them, and intentionally keep your distance. I'm not gonna get rid of it, though. I'm not gonna get rid of it. Nah, I think I will. I think I will. As much damage as it's taken, I think we'll just strip it and sell it. Because that is the reason that I took it to begin with. Like, I grabbed this mech for the 340 engine core. Not necessarily because I wanted to rebuild it. Convert it to SRM spam. You know, alright. Hold on. If we max out the armor on this thing, because it is technically an assault mech. If we max out the armor on this thing, it's actually pretty durable, all things considered. Chad, are we gonna... Are we about to commit some heresy? I think I'm about to commit some heresy, chat. Alright, alright. I really want the 400. I really want the 400. I think we're gonna commit some heresy. There is no way in hell that I would give this to the AI. But I want to commit some heresy, chat. We haven't done any proper Mech Bay heresy yet. I feel like I owe it to you guys. Kind of want to take the Artemis. Let's put in some Artemis. Let's see. God, that's hideous. It's fucking disgusting, and I love it. The only problem is... The only problem that we're gonna run into is, heat. Heat management is gonna be a disaster with this thing. And I haven't even put any ammo in it yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop some tonnage for ammo. And I also need... I'm gonna need Artemis ammo as well, which we don't have a whole lot of. Yeah. Alright, let's drop that. What else do we have? I mean, everybody keeps saying Inferno. We literally only have one Inferno launcher. I mean, we can check the market. Maybe they've got another one, but... The Infernos are still pretty rare at this point in the timeline. Ooh, an agility gyro. Don't mind if I do. Modified articulation. What does this do? Oh, it just increases turn speed? Okay, got it. But yeah, no Inferno launchers, sadly. More punch damage, chat? I mean, it's a million C bills, but I think we have to. Alright, let's see. Yeah, nothing else in terms of launchers. So... So if we do that, by removing the Artemis systems, we're decreasing the weight of the launchers. This gives us a lot of DACA, but it only gives us enough room for about... I mean, I could drop some armor on the legs to reduce the weight, but that's still only going to give us 5 tons of ammo, which is not a lot for this many launchers. Like, we'll be able to do a lot of damage very, very quickly, but... unfortunately, we're gonna burn through that ammo very, very quickly. Yeah, you're not wrong, Erst. Should probably swap tiers on these boys. Because we are gonna lose the arms pretty quickly. So probably better to have the tier 1 launchers in the arms. We got more of them anyway. Alright. Heat dissipation is still going to be an issue, is the real problem. Because we're only running 4 double heat sinks. That's it. To sink all the heat from all of these SRMs. 10 tubes to save tons for ammo. Yeah. Yeah, I think the 6s in the arms are going to be a little bit too much. Let's try downgrading them to 4s. And see what that gives us to play with. Sadly, we don't actually have that many SRM 4s. Might have to buy a few, assuming there are any for sale. We've only got some streams. Which is not ideal, but they'll do the job. They will do the job. So that's still giving us, what, 28 on a full alpha? It's not bad. That's still a lot of damage. And it gives us more room for ammunition. So maybe instead of that, we do this? Throw in 2 more tons of ammo. But honestly, the heat is going to be the biggest problem. And we do need more room for heat management. So let's do this. We'll do that. We'll fill in the rest of the engine heat sinks with doubles. And just hope that we don't get cored out, because it's going to suck losing 6 double heat sinks if we do. Then we will throw in another couple of bins of ammo, maybe? Put a bin in each arm. I don't want to put them in the torso, because if I put the ammo in the torso and we get the torso hit, then we're guaranteed to lose the mech because of the XL engine. I mean, we need more ammo and we also need more heat management, is the thing. Because if we're out here slinging 28 SRMs, somebody do the math. I'm terrible at math. So we got 320 rounds per bin. And we're firing 28 missiles. 28 missiles on a full alpha volley. So how many full alphas is that? Well, TDO Stalker, it's not a matter of sustainability if we one-shot everything. It's a matter of if we end up in an engagement like, for example, one of the missions that we just got done doing where they just throw wave after wave after wave of enemies at you, then, you know, it becomes an issue in that point where you say, okay, if they're going to throw a lot of enemies at you, then you still need that stability. And I see you, Mate. Hydration and gun. So 57 full alpha volleys for 5 bins of ammo. And slightly more if we take 6 bins of ammo. I mean, I'm not estimating how much I'm looking at 320 rounds. It's just that it's difficult for me to run a calculator at the same time. Because I would have to open up another window for it. I'm letting you guys do the math for me. But we have 7 bins in total, because I forgot we put 1 bin of ammo in the head. So how many times can I pull the trigger? At 7 bins, firing 28 missiles each. How many full alpha volleys is that, Jen? We probably have some double bins, Bill Greg. I don't know if they're on the market, though. Let me see. No double bins, sadly. 7 bins is just under 80 volleys. And that's what the setup as it currently stands. Again, I do wish there was like a simulation or something. Where I could actually run this and see what the heat dissipation is like as it stands. Though we're never gonna know unless we try. We're never gonna know unless we try. So let's drop some leg armor here. Try and get this weight under control. In fact, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll do. I'm a little concerned about the ammo sustainability. But if we drop 1 bin of ammo, we don't have to lose any armor. I mean, we're still going to be a little bit underweight, but there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. I don't think that there's anything... I mean, we could throw Indo in it as well. We could throw Indo in it. So Mate, the alpha heat indicator is exactly what you think it is. That's how much heat we would generate if I fired all the weapons at the same time. But I've said before, I'm not much of a number cruncher. Like, I can look at these numbers and it doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. To me, I play the game a lot more by feel. I just kind of go out and shoot, and then I'll get an idea just from running it to say, okay, I have an idea of how quickly this thing builds up heat and how quickly I can fire the missiles. Like, yeah, I could probably figure all that out by looking at statistics, but I'd rather just go in and feel it out. I mean, as someone who played a shitload of Armored Core, I used to spend almost as much time in the simulator as I did actually fighting people. Because I like to get a good feel for the mag. I like to know what I'm getting myself into. I want to know how the machine performs. Endo makes it repair worse. I mean, that's kind of a concern too. It does double the repair cost and time. The way I'm going to use this as an SRM boat, we will probably be taking some structure damage. EW, I have not. I have not played AC6. It is on my list of things to play, but I have not played it, no. I'm just thinking. Because with this current setup, we could also throw in some single heat sinks. In fact, I could even put them in the arms, even though I know they're going to get blown up. But we could throw in some single heat sinks. Like, this is going to be a very, very expensive mech. Just to look at it, it's going to cost us 4 million C-bills to put this thing together. If it ever get cores out, we're total loss on this thing. We are total loss on this thing if it ever gets destroyed. Scientific, why am I playing Mechwarrior 5 instead of Armored Core 6? Number one, Armored Core 6 is largely a straightforward experience. Yeah, they're very different games. But Armored Core 6 is largely a linear experience, front to back. Yes, there is a little bit of replay value, but I am not... Unless there's a good sandbox, I'm not the kind of person that likes to go through and play a game over and over and over and over again. Like, Mechwarrior 5 to me, and Battletech, and BTA, those are fun games because they're sandboxes, and they're designed as sandboxes. Like, they're designed to be freeform. But, you know, there are people, especially, like, in the speedrunning community and stuff, and they'll go and play Dark Souls. Back to back to back to back to back. They're on, like, New Game Plus 69. And I could never play through Dark Souls that many times, because the game is just not interesting enough to me to keep me playing that long. And the same thing with Armored Core. Like, I have played through many, many Armored Core games, but once I hit the end game, I had most of the parts, I beat all the story missions and everything, like at that point, interest petered out. Whereas, you know, speaking strictly in terms as a content creator, Mechwarrior 5 provides an infinite well of content, because I can happily play BTA or Mechwarrior 5 almost indefinitely, and always be doing something new, always be doing something different, whereas in Armored Core, it's very much a more linear experience, it's a more focused experience. And that's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong, I'm not bagging on the Armored Core franchise. It's just, in terms of the longevity, in terms of the number of hours that I would get out of the game, I feel like I would probably only get maybe 40 hours or 50 hours out of Armored Core 6, whereas just playing on stream with you guys, I've already logged almost 150 hours in Mechwarrior 5, and we still have tons of stuff that we can do in this game. So that's my thing. Like, I'm looking at it as a cost-benefit analysis, especially, you know, currently being unemployed and not having a source of income. Like, I have to be very choosy about what games I play and what games I spend my money on. So for me, Mechwarrior 5, since some folks in the community were generous enough to buy the whole thing for me, it cost me nothing to play it. And again, I've gotten over 100 hours already out of it. And Blast Drake, no, I do not in fact play Mechwarrior Online. I have considered it from time to time, but to date I have not played Mechwarrior Online. I don't really have any plans to be honest. I'm not much of a competitive gamer. And that's basically what Mechwarrior Online is. It's Mechwarrior 5, but PvP, essentially. Well, I'm not gonna say that Mechwarrior Online isn't a good game. It's just, you know, not what everybody's necessarily looking for in a Battletech game. So, you know, and for me, a PvP experience is not what I'm looking for in my Battletech game. At least not in like not in the Mechwarrior Online style of like a first-person action type of game. I would be more okay with a PvP Battletech game in like the Battletech 2018 sense, or in more of a tabletop sense, but not as an action game. And Vin says, about to head out for D&D. Good luck, boss. Have fun. Well, you too, Vin. Hopefully the D&D goes well for you. I wish you luck. And hopefully we'll catch you on the back end of the stream. And if not, have an outstanding rest of your evening and weekend. Yeah? And Blastrake says, can I ask something? Well, I mean, you can always ask. Obviously, I'm not obligated to answer, but you are free to ask a question. And Fool resubscribing for 6 months at Tier 1. Thank you, Fool, for the resubscription and the continued support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What is that nuke thing? Oh, so if you don't know Blastrake, we're currently playing through a modded career. And we are playing with yet another mech lab and all of the other attached mods. And the nuke thing is the engine cores. So this is the fusion cores that you put in mechs. That's what that's for. But at any rate, chat, this is going to be a very hefty investment, and I'm going to be honest. The skinflint in me, the frugal penny pincher in me doesn't want to spend 4 million C-bills on something like this. Like, it looks fun, but not knowing exactly how it's gonna perform, part of me doesn't want to spend that kind of money. Well, I know I don't have to do it, chat, but I want to see what you guys think. Like, is this worth the investment? Because I personally don't think that it is. But if you guys desperately want to see me run this, I will do it. I just don't feel like this design is worth it. I know it's all fake money, friend Aid. Even real money is fake money. Yeah, it just from reading the chat, it seems like most people are not in favor of this design, which, again, I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, this build wants to be a lot of things. I mostly just wanted to see if I put a 400 engine core in a longbow, how fast would it go? The answer is 76 kph. Yeah, getting into range is the problem. And while it does have a lot of armor on the torsos and that kind of stuff, like, it has a little bit of durability, a lot of the damage is coming from the arms, and the arms are not very armored. So we would be taking fire before we could get into range. And that's the thing that really kind of turns me off of this design. Is a design like this, an SRM boat needs to be able to take damage because you have to get in close. And this design just cannot take damage. That's the problem. Like, the hitbox on the arms is huge, and they don't have very much armor. So, no matter what we do, I think this thing's a bust. It was a fun idea, though. It was a fun idea. I think we'll just do what I was originally gonna do. We'll strip it and sell it. God, even that's gonna cost $1 million. Okay, never mind. Never mind. The longbow's going in cold storage for now. We will strip it at a later date when we get to an industrial zone. This mech, though, the Treb, we did finally strip that down, so I'll go ahead and sell it. And we have the Centurion that we picked up. The only thing it's got left in it is the LRM-10, which isn't really worth it. So I'll just go ahead and sell it as is. Still 1.2 million in the coffers. And Sirius AB says, not without triple strength. Yeah, we don't have any of that. Let me see. Sorry, I apologize. 3 Nugget subscribing at tier 1. Thank you, 3 Nugget. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and it's not meant to be pronounced a different way. But 3 Nugget joining the cult of bad tactical decisions. Thank you so much for the support, 3 Nugget, and hopefully you enjoy your time in the cult, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. Please help us drink it all. It's like we never run out. But anyway, the Orions put back together. We're still working on the Warhammer. All in all, doing good. I think we go ahead and get the mechs repaired, as you do. And then we'll see if there's any more to this mission chain, or if we're going to be moving on. We did just pick up this mission chain, so let's see what we got here. Looks like they're sending us literally where we came from. Alright, fair enough. Let's go. You were my entertainment this week while I was doing grad school. Besides, have to support a fellow Turian. Well, good to see you. Glad to have you. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday. And I wish you luck with the grad school stuff. I know it can be both boring and exhausting in equal measure. So hopefully I was able to keep your mind occupied during the drudgery of grad school work. Alright, shipping disruption part 2. Looks like it's gonna be largely the same. We're gonna be in the desert again, which doesn't thrill me all that much. But of course, we'll take mech salvage, as you do. You know the rules, and so do I, chat.
The nasty weather means your visibility will be limited out there, and have adverse effects on your sensors.
Yeah? So we still got a little bit of repairs left to do. 33 days, not a big deal. Not a big deal. And Scientific also resubscribing or subscribing at tier 1. Thank you, Scientific, for the support as well. I appreciate it. Again, you guys do not have to do that. You don't have to support the stream that way, but I appreciate every dime that you choose to spend here. It does not go unnoticed and or unappreciated. And oh my, that's a name. Let's see. Trifidum? Again, you'll have to tell me how to pronounce that. I think it's Trifidum? I don't know. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that name. But thank you as well for the tier 1 subscription. Again, thank you guys so much for the massive generosity and the massive chicken. It is insane to me that you feel like I'm worthy of that support, but thank you guys so much. And Dark Sarah, not to be outdone, gifting 5 more subs to the community as well. Catching TDO Stalker, Perpetual DM, and Quick, all of you lurking out there in the chat. Thank you for the gift subs, Dark Sarah, and welcome back, members of the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. And Triff is fine. I will try to remember that. I will probably still get it wrong, so I apologize in advance if that's the case. And here you donkeys go with your hype train bullshit for the second time this stream. Stop it. Alright, chat, let's make it hot. We're gonna go with the same mechs, the same lance, the same everything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'll try not to get the arm blown off this time on the Battlemaster. Speaking of, aha, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of the fact that we might not have the machine guns to replace on this thing, so let me go ahead and fix that. And yes, they're gonna have to wait another couple of weeks for us to replace these machine guns, but them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. Oh damn, we don't actually have that many machine guns. Shit. Well, I hate to do it, but we're gonna have to buy some. What a world. Who would have imagined the day that I buy machine guns? That certainly was not on my bingo card. Only 10 days. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Alright. We're gonna make these people wait 10 more days. Pick my major well. The hardest part for me will be finding a career in my field after this. Well, I won't ask what you decided to major in, but I will say, for what it's worth, misery loves company, and you are certainly not alone in trying to find a way to put those very expensive degrees that everyone told us we should get to use in actually making you money. So I wish you luck with that.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Oh, international security studies. Well, I don't know if you should tell people that. Yeah, that's the, you know, you have the women who say, what's the male equivalent of fuck it, I'll just be a stripper. Join the military.
So the facility will likely be running a highly equipped security detail.
Alright, let's see what we're in for. Alright, so they got us traveling 3 kilometers over rocky terrain for... don't know. We're gonna reach the target. And I'm sure that the turret cartel has been busy. So let's see what we run into on the way. I'm actually kind of surprised. I would have expected him to throw some lemmings or at least a couple of tanks at us by now. Is this supposed to be one of those, like, long contemplative journeys where we ruminate on the nature of life and existence in the inner sphere and whether lace or sheer panties are better? I mean, I think they both have their benefits. It's just a matter of what kind of mood you're in, because, you know, sometimes you're in the mood for something utilitarian and something simple, but then other times you're in the mood for you know, something a little fancy. Something a little fancy. Sometimes you like to feel pretty, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, look, there we go. I don't like partisans, Jet. Oh, that's... nope, sorry. I didn't realize that was an SRM carrier until the first volley.
Tango down.
Now, you guys don't have to get in a fight over whether sheer or lace panties are better. But again, they both have their merits. One is not necessarily better than the other. No, you! Alright, what is that? Is that a trib? Oh, it's a dervish. Okay.
Just let us handle it from here.
Alright, let's burn this dervish. Dervish at this range can absolutely be a problem.
Target is now marked. Go get him.
Are you sure about that? Because,
That mech is going critical.
I actually do kind of want to pick this fight. Not gonna lie. Why are you running? Why are you running? Okay, I think this Phoenix Hawk has had enough. There we go.
Falling in behind you.
Okay. We're demolishing the base. I heard Rihanna talking about a target, and I thought we were looking for a specific mech to kill. I really should pay more attention, all things considered.
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility.
I see you over here. What? What the hell? Apparently that's the most durable concrete ever created. Stopping me from walking through a brick wall with a Battlemaster. That's impressive. That is some impressive architecture right there. Alright, are we done? Can we get back to destroying the base now? Let's go ahead and walk through these walls.
Integrity of this place is down to 50%. We're halfway there.
I mean, to your point, Scientific, that's why the phrase "above my pay grade" exists. People that know exactly why that phrase exists. Alright, let's see what we got here. And there it is. Somebody has finally mentioned Shibari. I'm glad that I know you guys so well. I knew that once I started talking about underpants, it was only a matter of time before somebody brought it up. That's okay. We're all degenerates here. We're all degenerates here. I don't judge. Am I on fire? Why am I on fire?
Enemy destroyed.
Why am I on fire? Are they hitting me with infernos? Is that what the problem is? Yep, that's what it is. SRM2 Inferno. Well, we'll have to do something about that. Son of a bitch!
Shared targets identified. Targets.
I heard what sounded like an AC-2, so I immediately start checking for VTOLs. Alright, what are you gonna throw at me? A couple of thunderbolts. Alright. Well, you guys handle that. I am gonna continue to shoot up this base. Get out of my way. And there's not a whole lot of base left to destroy. Oh my, another blackjack. Alright. Alright, let's dance. Let's dance. Uh-oh, you had an ammo explosion. That's probably not gonna end well for you. Is that a vehicle? Or is that turret cartel? Nope, that's a vehicle. Was a vehicle. Correction. Man, they really want us to level this whole damn building. Like, I basically gotta destroy every little piece of these buildings, apparently. Alright, let's see if we can actually get some mech salvage here. I'm gonna Tarkov Lekmeta this donkey. Oh, well, that probably isn't good. There we go. Oh, what do we get? It's a stalker. Alright. So all we gotta do is go to the pickup zone. Well, unfortunately, that happens to put a stalker between me and the evac, so, looks like that stalker's gonna get got. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I would very much appreciate it if you do not follow the War Thunder community's example and end up committing military-industrial espionage in the community. That would be very much appreciated if you did not do that. Even if it's unintentional. Even if it's unintentional. Oh my, that is actually a lot of mechs. What do we got? Warhammer, Crusader, and Centurion. Yeah, they're not worth it. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. They're not worth it. And Game Master Hub rolling into the chat on a Saturday. Good to see you, Game Master. That is correct for those of you who've been around. That is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Game Master Hub. Welcome to the stream on a Saturday. Good to see you. Glad to have you. Hopefully life has been treating you well, and hopefully your weekend is off to a good start. How long has it been since War Thunder did the thing? Yeah, again, Elijah has the right of it. Which one? It has happened multiple times. It's become something of a regular occurrence. Although at this point, I feel like it might be intentional. Like, they're doing it specifically because it makes headlines. Like, yeah, sure, I'll completely ruin my career and go to jail for an extensive period of time in order to be internet famous because I posted specs of actual military vehicles on a forum for a free internet game. Let's see. Sadly, we're not able to grab the Stalker, even though I legged it. But we can get this Thunderbolt, and T-Bolts are good. T-Bolts are pretty good. So I'm gonna take the T-Bolt. That gives us 6 more picks. That's not enough to grab another mech, but we can grab ourselves an Inferno SRM, and probably just fill out the rest with some Frank's Red Hot, as you do. Oh, those are 2 a pop. Well, excuse me all to hell. There we go. And we did take a little bit of internal damage, but nothing lost. Alright, well apparently these random fuckos are very impressed with our performance. You love to see it. Happy customers and all that. Alright, let's see what's next on the objective logs. Yeah, you're not wrong, Kermie. You're not wrong. That's the thing. Which, yeah, somebody's wrong on the internet. I have to be the one to correct them. What the hell is Palpatine doing palading about? That's not Palpatine. That's General Quarters. Somehow General Quarters returned. This is like what, the 4th time or something like that. They have died and come back many times. Many times. Let's see. Conspirators we already looked at. I mean, we're kind of headed towards Capellan space, so maybe we get this one out of the way. Well, I say that. It's actually quite a bit farther than I expected. Dan. This is the worst part, is the figuring out where the hell these missions are actually asking us to go. Like, I feel like there's a better way that this interface could have been handled, in my personal opinion. Rather than having to go and select a mission and then track that mission to figure out where the hell they want you to go for it. I mean, it's towards the Galactic Center, but it's a little bit outside of our reputation range. I'm not sure if we're ready for missions of that difficulty just yet. I mean, we are at 12, which is what they recommend, but we also don't have any really hefty assault mechs yet. I think we need to ton up just a little bit. Yeah, missions should have been tied to the map screen. Again, there are some interface things that could have been done to improve that bit of the experience. Tron, man, they don't really line up with the main story. These are just side ops. They're not tied to any main story. They're just part of. It's like when you see here, Heroes of the Inner Sphere or Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. They're not tied to those DLCs specifically. They're just included as part of those DLCs. So like these are the side missions that you would get as part of that DLC when you bought it. Yeah, I'm looking at the system, EW. It's just, you know, I wish there was a way that I could just, like, for example, the way that I would do this from a user experience or UX perspective is I would have all planets where you currently have active missions highlighted somehow with a big glaring icon that always shows up so that I can zoom all the way out and see right away, oh, I have objective log missions here, 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 and here. And then judge based on that where I want to go. As it stands right now, it will only show you from a certain distance the mission that you are currently tracking. So if I'm way up here, I then have to say, oh, well, the objective is down here. Then I have to scroll down until I find it and then figure out, okay, where is that in relation to me? And you have to do that on a mission by mission basis. It's a bad UI decision. There are many ways that could have been done better. Yeah, I mean, Flash actually used to be pretty standard in a lot of games once upon a time, but as folks moved away from it and wanted to do their own proprietary stuff instead of licensing out, but you know, it is what it is. I say we head out here, do the Will of Kali. It'll get us closer to Davian space. It'll get us closer to the border regions where I think we're gonna run into more stuff anyway. Yeah, exactly, Tron Man. That's the problem, is if you want to be efficient, if you want to not waste money traveling back and forth, you have to do a lot of this, like, okay, scrutinizing over which missions you need to do in what order in order to not... Like, I don't want to do this thing where I go all the way down here, then all the way up here, just to go all the way back over here, and then over here, and, you know, you're just doing a big circle. When I could say, okay, I could hit this planet, then this planet, then this planet, and then, you know, go that way. It is what it is. No, I know how that works, Bull Greg. It's just, like... There are better ways that it could have been handled. But it is what it is. Like I said, there's not a lot to do about it at this point. The decision is made, the interface exists, we just have to work within it. I don't know how I feel about a rare cataphract. The last cataphract we had was cursed. Oh, but this one does come with a double heatsink kit. That's actually kind of tempting. And an XL engine? So this is like actually... Oh, this is a Solaris variant. I see. I don't think it's worth 20 million now. Don't think it's worth 20 million. I don't think it's worth spending 2/3 of our current cash reserves. Alright, so basically, I'm gonna try to hit the industrial zone so we can check for stuff like this. Hero mechs. On our way. Oh, hell no, EW. If I had more money, maybe, but I'm not gonna spend 20 million on a strip and sell. Because we're gonna be taking out all the stuff that makes it worth 20 million. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Hero Victor. I mean... Problem is, that's also gonna be 20 million. And it's a Victor. However, it is the Dragon Slayer Victor. Like, there are much worse variants for us to pick up than this one, that's for sure. Comes with Endo, double heat sinks, a 330, an XL engine, medium pulse lasers, a Gauss rifle. I guess this is a pretty hefty piece of machinery. Yeah, it does give it the hero armor, which makes it more durable. It's one of the few things that the Victor does not have going in its favor. There's also a Banshee for sale for half that price. I mean, we do need to look at upping our tonnage, for sure. Don't go spending 20 mil on a stripper. Yeah, you're not wrong. Weren't we supposed to get this as a reward for the Kestrel Lancers? I don't think so. We got a different hero mech for Kestrel Lancers. I don't remember what it was, though. But yeah, it says Arden Sortek reported his Victor destroyed in the fighting on Stein's Folly. Given the swift pullout by Capellan forces, that seems unlikely that they were interested in searching the swamp for salvageable mechs. As well, Sortek has been seen in a replacement Victor since. Obviously, some of Stein's Folly's more industrious scavengers managed to find his original, though. Or, well, most of it. Many of the serial numbers on parts don't match, but enough do that this is still considered to be his old mech. Okay, there we go. I was having some trouble reading the stuff that was cut off. I don't know, chat. What do you think? What do you think? Is the Dragon Slayer Victor worth it? I'm kind of on the fence about it. We can afford it, but that is going to eat into a lot of our money. I tell you what. It's been 3 hours, so I think that's a good opportunity for us to take a BRB. And in the meantime, I'll leave this up for you guys. I'll put up a poll, and I'll let you guys decide whether or not we spend the almost 21 million on the Dragon Slayer Victor. So we already know about the hero armor quirk. Let me head over to the interface, and let's do a poll.